and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. Ooh, we are Australian. Ooh, we are Australian. I'm a teller of stories, I'm a singer of songs. I'm Albert Namatjira and I paint the ghostly gums. I'm Clancy on his horse, Ed Kelly on the run. I'm the one who falls Matilda, I am Australian. Ooh, I am Australian. Ooh, I am Australian. I'm the hot from the desert, I'm the black soil of the plains. I'm the mountains and the valleys, I'm the drought and flooding rains. I am the rock, I am the sky, the rivers when they run. The spirit of this great land, I am Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. Ooh, we are Australian. Ooh, we are Australian. Australian, we are Australian.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blenders. Thank you, gentlemen. Not only are they a fine body of gentlemen, you can go now, fellas, fine body of men, but in fine voice this morning too. And wasn't it cool? Under 4 degrees at Coolangatta. Whoa. But it's warming up now because we're about to start to make you Aussies. So in commencing this ceremony, may I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which we stand. We normally have a bit of fun with this next bit. There are 57 countries represented here today who are about to become Aussies, and I have been in the habit of running through them. We're going to do it fairly quickly, but if you feel moved by the spirit, to give us an oi, 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 or an Aussie, 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 or a g'day, it'd be very welcome. Let's start off with Australia, Austria, Bangladesh, Belgium, Brazil never lets me down, Brazil, Canada,
Hey!
hey, China, Colombia, hey, Czech Republic, England, Ethiopia, France, oh wonderful, Germany, Germany the Federal Republic of, I think we might be doubling up there, Greece, Hong Kong from the PRC, Hungary, oi, God bless you, India. Your team's not going to go too well, are they, against the Aussies? Indonesia, hey, Iran, hello, Ireland, Republic of, and what's going to happen after Brexit? Israel, Italy, Japan, Kazakhstan, Korea, South Korea we're talking about, of course. I've got a grandson who is from Korea, and when he says who he says, I'm Korean but from the good one. Liberia, Malaysia, Hey, Nepal. There wouldn't be any Kiwis here, would there? Oh, who would have thought? Northern Ireland. Pakistan. Papua New Guinea. Have you got a Prime Minister still? Or, yeah. You got one now in Australia. Peru. The Philippines. Hey, Portugal. Romania. Shy and retiring. Russian Federation. Samoa. Very shy people. Saudi Arabia. More shy people. Scotland. Serbia. No, we're not talking today. Singapore. So we're having too much fun, you know. Gotta stop. Slovakia. South Africa. Spain. Oh, lovely. Sri Lanka. Switzerland. Oh, God bless you. Taiwan. Hey, Thailand. That was pretty good. USSR. Ukraine. Hey, hey. United Arab Emirates. They're shy too. UK? No? Nobody from UK. United States of America. They're very shy people over there. Vietnam. Hey, and final one, Zimbabwe.
G'day.
G'day. Well, I've got a mate who comes from there and he still refuses to call it Zimbabwe. It's always Rhodesia to him. Enough of that. Today's ceremony is conducted under the authority of the Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs, the Honourable David Coleman MP. It's prescribed by the Australian Citizenship Act of 2007. As the presiding officer today, Mayor of the City of Gold Coast, Councillor Tom Tate, is delegated under that Act to administer the Pledge of Commitment. That's the final step in becoming an Aussie citizen. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him, our Mayor, Tom Tate.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first acknowledge my good friend, Mr. John Paul Lanbrook, Shadow Minister for Sport and Racing and Multicultural Affairs, and our local state MP. Where are you, JP? Good on you, mate. Right, I'm delighted to be here with you to share this very important occasion with all of you. I remember I became an Australian citizen myself in May 1982, and remember how proud I felt to be formally welcomed by the country in which I'd chosen to make my home. So I know exactly how you're feeling, and to be here today has been some journey. It's been a long journey, but this is the final step. As citizens, we share responsibility for contributing to the wonderful lifestyle we enjoy in Australia, and because the city is young and perfectly suited to building a new life, the Gold Coast is one of the country's most adaptable and welcoming communities. With a quarter of our residents born overseas, ours is an incredibly diverse community that not only generates a rich culture events calendar, but also makes the Gold Coast an inspiring place to live every day. The Gold Coast, more than any other city, has been built by people just like you, who's willing to take a risk and have a go. That entrepreneurial spirit lives well here on the Gold Coast. Now I'd like to read the welcome message from the Honourable David Coleman, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs. The Minister writes, "Today, you become an Australian citizen. We are immensely proud of what we have achieved as a nation, and we welcome you in joining us. Our history and culture has been forged over thousands of years, first through Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people, and more recently from people from all over, all corners of the earth. Australia has succeeded as a nation by embracing and defending our national values. We believe in freedom, in the rule of law, in democracy. We believe that all people are equal regardless of their cultural background, gender, race, or religion. We are a resilient nation. We have overcome world wars, depression, drought, and flood. We stand with other strong democracies in helping to defend and protect hard-fought freedoms. By committing yourself to Australia today, you have chosen to embrace our nation and its values. Like so many millions of people throughout our history, you have decided to take on the rights and responsibilities of Australian citizenship. On behalf of the Australian government, I congratulate you on reaching this very special day. It's now your responsibility to join all of us in building an even stronger nation. Signed, David Coleman. Ladies and gentlemen, Australia's citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia. And Australia's citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations, uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations. 1, by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people. And 2, by sharing their democratic beliefs. And 3, by respecting their rights and liberties. And 4, by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. Now we come to the more formal part of today's ceremony, where I will ask you to repeat the Australian Citizenship Pledge. I must stress that it is a legal requirement that you repeat each word after me. Will all those people taking pledge number 1 please stand?